And we're back. It's Alex. I'm an expert at Yandex Direct. Let's jump into another quick guide to Yandex Direct. In this video, we'll discuss how to determine whether your advertising is effective, which metrics should be considered when evaluating the results of an ad campaign, and ways to measure advertising effectiveness. So, what are the criteria for successful advertising? First, it's achieving your advertising goals. For example, if we want to increase the number of new users of our app and our ad campaign results in a large number of new installs, it means our goal has been accomplished. What do we do if the campaign doesn't generate new installs? We can check how effectively it's reaching our target audience. It's possible that the campaign doesn't have enough reach, in which case we need to look for ways to expand it. Or our app may be too complex or unappealing to users. In such cases, we should collect user feedback and make the necessary changes to the app's interface or user journey. The second criteria for successful advertising is whether the campaign's actual effectiveness meets the target values. Suppose your campaign is generating app installs at 3 times the planned average cost. In this scenario, you should make sure that your desired cost per install isn't set too low. If it is, the advertising source will simply be ineffective for your needs. Another criteria for successful advertising is whether it can be scaled. For example, imagine a situation where you get exactly 100 app installs at your desired cost every month, but you have no way of increasing that growth any further. What metrics can we use to measure the effectiveness of your advertising? The most basic metrics are impressions and clicks. Not all impressions result in clicks. The ratio between clicks and impressions is called the click-through rate, or CTR. This metric indicates how interesting your ad is to the user, or, as we also say, how clickable it is. When measuring ad effectiveness, we're primarily interested in all clicks that lead to conversions into the desired target action in the app. When advertising an app, we usually prioritize conversions in the form of installs or in-app events, such as adding an item to the cart or making a purchase. The ratio of clicks to conversions is known as the conversion rate, or CR. Generally, we aim to increase the rate at which we convert a click to a desired action. We also use the CPI and CPA metrics when running ad campaigns for apps. CPI represents the average cost per install. CPA is the average cost per target action. This is a broader term that can include both installs and in-app events. All of these effectiveness metrics are available in the Yandex Direct statistics. How do we measure advertising effectiveness? As you remember, for our baseline, we compare actual effectiveness with target values. When evaluating ad effectiveness, it's best to start from the general and move toward the specific. First, measure the overall ad effectiveness for the entire period, then identify particularly high-performing cross-sections within the statistics. What is a cross-section? It refers to breaking down our advertising into segments based on a set of criteria. We divide advertising into cross-sections to understand where we get more or fewer results. Typically, we analyze the cross-section by the ad platform, Yandex Search or the Yandex Advertising Network, the type of operating system, Android or iOS, the type of targeting criteria, are we attracting new users or working with existing ones, and the advertising campaign. You can adjust lower performing cross-sections by either scaling them down or removing them entirely. You can also expand cross-sections that show higher effectiveness. When measuring the effectiveness of advertising for an app, we need to consider attribution. Attribution is an accounting method for advertising. Using attribution, we can determine if an app install event resulted from clicking the ad. For Yandex Direct app ads, we attribute all conversions to the date when the user clicked the ad. When evaluating the effectiveness of app ads in Yandex Direct, keep in mind that the statistics in Yandex Direct will differ from data for the same period provided in the analytics system that we set up just before launching the campaign. This happens because of differences in attribution methods between these systems. Yandex Direct attributes conversions to the date of the click, while the analytics system attributes conversions to the date of the conversion itself. The click and conversion dates may differ because Yandex Direct receives information about conversions only after the app is installed and subsequently launched rather than immediately after the app is installed. This means There may be situations where the user clicks the ad and installs the app, but only opens it for the first time the next day. What else might contribute to discrepancies in the data? In addition to different attribution models, there's also variations in time zones between Yandex Direct and the analytics system, as well as the filtering of low-quality traffic. Yandex can determine how an ad impression influenced the conversion and can attribute such conversions to the impression. In summary, advertising effectiveness measurement refers to analyzing the data on ad traffic metrics. To determine the effectiveness of your advertising, compare its actual performance to the planned target values. To measure the results of your advertising, start by analyzing the overall data, then move to specific segments to identify more and less effective cross-sections individually. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and find out how to get the most out of Yandex Direct.